course it does. Of course it does. Alright, there we go. It's back. That's back. That's good. That's golden. Let's jump on over here. Also bring up the YouTube preview. And there we go. That looks like that should be all set. I think we're good to go. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Hope you all are doing well here today. Happy Thursday. Happy SpiderHam Day Part 1. Welcome to the second live stream of the day. It is Arena Grind Part 2. I am currently almost 6 million points deep. That's the long and short of it tonight. I'm just going to be putting up points in the 5-star featured here. Hoping to go for the 5-star SpiderHam. Getting the top 300 for that. That would be most excellent. Really excited to try and get the 5-star version because 5-star version is a lot easier to wake up. It's a lot easier to wake up. And even though he doesn't need the awakened ability, it's a nice to have. And I like nice to haves. Want to welcome you all to the stream. Hope the day has been finding you guys well. Happy 6-year anniversary to Contest of Champions. It has been a lot of ups, and it's been a very, very enjoyable, tumultuous ride here. But we got here. We got here, everybody. Wound up getting a really, really spicy anniversary gift this morning. It was 10,000 6-star shards for Thronebreakers. It was 15,000 5-star shards and 5,000 6-star shards for Cav players. Everybody wound up getting a little bit of something, as well as, you know, the obligatory 6-year title and profile pick. Plus, we wound up getting the side arenas with the shards. There is some discussion about that, and I would be happy to weigh in if anybody wants my 2 cents. But otherwise, I am just laser focused on getting the SpiderHam grind going here for that champ, and I'll worry about everything else later on. Right now, YouTube is saying it has a problem with OBS, so that's fun. There we go. Okay, it's figured itself out. I was like, YouTube is saying it's not getting any data from OBS and it's going to end the stream, which would be a wonderful way to start things off. Wonderful way. Before we get too far along, though, I do want to welcome the latest Vaughn subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos I have put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Busy day today going over some of the 6-year anniversary stuff. Also, I had forgotten to mention it at the top. Big congrats to everybody who voted Hercules in the Summoner Choice poll. Hercules is the winner and is going to be debuting in-game summertime next year. So that is very exciting for those of us who have been voting Herc. Also want to say a big shout out to Realm Champion stopping in and saying, "Hey Rob, what up, bud?" Billy saying, "Hey bro, guess what? Guess who I got out of my 6-star crystal? Elsa Bloodstone." I don't know, who'd you get? Realm saying, "I did chapter 2 of John Mulaney's Champion Challenge with 4-star Aegon. Very impressed with myself because I only used 3 revives. That is very good. Well played. Well played." Rum got a Namor from 6-star and Emma Frost from 5-star Nexus. Those are both amazing pulls. Amazing pulls. 2 of the best mutants in the game, hands down. So big congrats. Big congrats. And kudos to you. The legendary Half stopping in and saying, "Hey Rob, what's good, Half? How's it going, bud? Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve to all of you guys." Well, Friday Eve, I suppose, to my American friends, my Western Hemisphere friends, I should say, and happy Friday proper to everybody else. I think I'd done goofed here with Hella. I got 2 dupes in my 5-star Omega, and then right after I pulled 6-star Colossus. Dang, Billy, that's nuts. Well played. Well played. Good luck on the grind. Thanks, Kingslayer. Thank you muchly. Appreciate it. I'm a little bit behind of where I would have liked to have been. Where I would have liked to have been for the 5-star featured grind currently. For popular champs like this, it's a pretty decent rule of thumb to try and get about 20 million points at the end of each day. So coming in, that's high, shooting high. That would be if you're planning to shoot for 60 million points total. You know, break it up over the 3 days, make life a little bit easier for yourself. Obviously, I'm not going to be hitting that tonight, which means I got a little bit of catch up to do tomorrow. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It's still super early in the grind, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Half saying, what is your prestige? It is 12.5 something. 12.5 something. Which is pretty good. Which is pretty good. I am very happy. I'm very pleased with that prestige, especially since I don't go hard playing the prestige game in the first place. Definitely recognize its importance. Definitely recognize the part it has to play in, you know, alliance events and progression and all that as well. But I'm not gonna be pouring all of my generics into my 6-star Thor Ragnarok either. Perhaps someday. I will say this though, taking a look at briefly at some of the live streams over the course of the day, it does seem like a lot of people are going to be grinding for 5-star SpiderHam, which is good, which is very good. It's always nice having that sort of like I was gonna say support group, but for big grinds, it pretty much is like a support group. Everybody just hanging out, encouraging everybody else, pushing everybody, you know, when the grind starts slogging down towards the end of day 2. And it's always exciting to see everybody's name at the leaderboard afterwards as well. You know, Kingslayer, that is a very fair point. That is a very fair point. That's one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of war videos either. Because I've recognized, at least for me, I play different when I know that I'm recording the video as opposed to when I'm just playing, you know, casually whenever. It's just like, oh, I'm being recorded. I gotta do a little razzle dazzle. I gotta make sure that, you know, I'm doing everything exactly right because, you know, YouTube is gonna wind up seeing it. Whereas if I just play for myself, it's just like, meh, punchy, punchy, kicky, kicky. Always wound up playing better that way. Funny how that works. Half saying going for 8 million. Going for 10 million, to be honest. Probably won't get there in this stream, but that's the goal. Realm going Lamau. What's up, Ghost? How's it going, bud? Good to see you again. I'll hopefully get enough points to get them. I am hopeful as well. I am hopeful as well. But, you know, we're playing it by ear. My initial estimate was about 50 million. I think that's a conservative estimate, but, you know, at the end of the day, we'll have to wind up seeing where he winds up falling. I would be shocked if he winds up going for more than Space Ghost. And Space Ghost was mid-60s. Excuse me. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. The grind is yet young. A little bit of punchy, punchy, kicky, kicky. Dex that. And then the big thing, which is the biggest plus, is that there isn't any AQ going on right now. Alliance War season is over, so we're just, you know, just playing for fun right now, which is a big plus. Which means I can focus solely on the arena. I mean, solely-ish. I also got to make sure that I stay on top of the energy for the side events as well. Because we got Variant 6 coming out next week, guys. And I'm going to need some energy for that, no doubt. Cheers, all. How many points for number 1? I don't know. I have seen 200 million before. I think that was for the Doom grind. Someone went 200 mil, got place 1. Which is kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. That's kind of silly. I don't recommend doing that. If you really want the, what is it, Warbound title or whatever it is, cool. But otherwise, don't recommend it. Not so much. A title to me is not worth that sort of stress on your body. Well, I think of it though, I do want to pose the nightly question to all you guys out there. Over here on my left, how many times have you gotten the anniversary 6-year title and profile pic in the mail today? Some people have only gotten it once. I have gotten it twice. I have heard other people winding up getting it 3 times already. Not quite sure why it keeps going out, why they keep shipping out titles and profile pics, but yeah, there we go. Got it twice, so, you know, makes it a double festive anniversary, I suppose. Yeah, Billy, 100%. Well, because when you think about it, too, and especially at the time, with the available roster that people could have had, it's about 3,000 units for every 10 million points, right? So, assuming you just wind up using refreshes the entire time without waiting for your, team to refresh naturally, yeah, that's a good chunk of change. Not to mention just the time of your life spent doing it too. You know, it's effectively using every waking minute of 3 days to put up points. Ross stopping in. How's it going, bud? Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday Eve. Saying I'm on number 5. Nice. Well, happy number 5 to you. Billy's gotten it 6 times. Dang, dude. I suppose out of everything that they could possibly have sent out and kept sending out, at least it was the title as opposed to like the gift. Could you imagine how broken the game would be just overnight if people just kept getting like the 10k shards or the 15k shards? It's so strange. Again, it would be understandable if this is the first time that glitch, that error has happened. However, it has happened a number of times before, so I don't know what to tell you guys, Kabam. I don't know what to tell you guys. But all things considered, between like those messages going out a number of times and the emergency maintenance we had twice today and the lag right around when the arenas went live, it's just like, it's a very happy anniversary. I am very delighted that the game has survived 6 years and is continuing to go strong. And that's the honest goodness truth. I'm very happy. I'm very delighted that it is. However, it would not be an anniversary of MCOC without acknowledging the maintenance. So maybe they did it on purpose. Did it on purpose for a joke. Paz stopping in, win streak 133, 2.38 million thus far. Nice. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. How far do you want to push, Paz? For the 6-star shard arena. Yep. In that case, that makes an awful lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Someone had posted on Twitter, I think it was either Dragon or Dragoon Knight or somebody like that, They were saying that in order to get all of the different, let's see, where is it? 239 matches is what Dragon had put together. So in order to get all the different milestones in the 6-star shard arena, it's 239 matches. Assuming you win each of the 3 fights each time. Which is not ideal. Which is not ideal. It's a free arena. You know, do it at your own pace, which I get. You know, but at the same time, too, coming off of the last shard arena from just a little bit ago, a few months ago, frankly, where it was hyper boosted with the points. It's a bit of a letdown. Not awful, but a little bit of a letdown. Boink. Name an update that was worse than the 12.0 and MCOC. I cannot. 12.0 was the bottom of the barrel. Some of them have come in close. I think it was 17 maybe? 16, 17, something like that. Where, well, actually no, I take it back. There have been a few. Was it 17 like that? It was the one where it just introduced like game-breaking crashes. Like the game was almost unplayable. It just kept crashing so much. And then soon thereafter, maybe like 14 or 15, something like that. That's the one that where people's devices started overheating. And you were starting to cause like real physical damage to your phone because the game just overheated. Fortunately, I mean, that happened to me. My phone was getting mighty toasty. And a couple of times I had to shut down for a heat warning, but fortunately no permanent damage. So there's been, like I said at the top, there have definitely been some high highs, and there have definitely been some low lows as well. But it's been a ride. It has definitely been a ride. So what's new, everybody? How's the week been finding you guys? What's the latest and greatest? Who here is playing Cyberpunk? Who here has watched the Game Awards? Apparently that was a thing, and that was today. So I'm told. Game just crashed going into an Alliance War fight. Ouch. Not surprising, but oof at the same time. How's it possible to make your phone overheat? Too many, not optimizing performance, frankly. So if the game is trying to do too many things, it's overheating your device by not being properly optimized, then yes, they were considering legal options. Because there was one of those things that it had. One of the stories that had like broken out of the community, and the wider gaming community was starting to become aware of it, which is a problem. Definitely a problem. But fortunately, they wound up getting it sorted for the most part by the time the next update came out, and then it was completely solved by the time the update after that one came out. So they got there. It just sucked really bad for a couple people for like a month and a half. Yeah, if I could not fight a 565 thing with a Civil Warrior, that would be appreciated. Make my life a little bit easier. Come on, dude. Yoink. Come on. Come on. Thank you. I swear, half my time it feels like an arena is just baiting out some of these annoying defenders. Whether it's Doom, whether it's anything, whether it's Gilly 99, it's just like so much dancing. So much dancing. Excuse me. So, say if my phone stopped working because of the game, does that mean if I can prove it, Kabam is liable to replace it? What was the argument they were saying? Possibly. Possibly, but you would have to take it up through Kabam as opposed to like Apple, right? To replace the device, because Apple basically washes their hands of it. They're like, hey, the device was fine, it was you that was running the program that was overheating, so it's your responsibility. And I do remember that they were trying to pass the buck off to either the consumer or to Kabam, but either which way, it was not a good situation. Well, because then it opens up to like you could potentially burn yourself, you could burn somebody else, you could start a fire if you place your phone on some sort of flammable something or another. Not good. Not good. On the flip side, you know, it's a great way to keep your coffee warm. That was a big plus. You know, you play the game for like 15 minutes, you flip your phone over, you set your coffee cup on your phone, and you got warm coffee for the rest of the day. Hey, Dota Cop saying just did a 7-1 completion and duped 6-star rocket. Got a Tech 1 to 2 gem for him. Nice for the inevitable Groot buff. And hopefully that means that Rocket's getting a little bit of love too, at least for synergies. So, do it, do it. I double dog dare you. You won't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. There's so many better champs. Don't do it. I mean, yeah. I'll leave it at that. All right. And there's Red Guardian in the book. The second best science champ of the year, in my opinion. Hey, PP coming back saying, hey there, hi there. Or, hi there, hey there. Throwing me for a loop there, PP. How's it going? Happy Thursday evening now. It's always nice getting to chat with some of you guys twice in one day. I didn't even think about it till right now, but this is the fourth piece of content that I've put out today, which you know, not gonna pat myself on the back too much for that, but it's busy. This is the busiest game, busiest month that this game has ever had, right? Which is wonderful. I would much rather have too much to do than not enough to do, you know. Because I'm old enough to remember a time in the game when there wasn't enough to do and we were bored. And now we don't have that problem anymore. Hey, and Black Knight saying, yo Rom, how's it going? The emergency maintenance during the day today has slowed down my arena. Yeah, mine too. Mine too. But hey there, hi there again, Black Knight. Because that was the thing, because I recorded the original anniversary reaction stuff, right? And then had the crystal opening for the Meta Mulaney 6-star featured calves. And I was like, cool, now this is all good, this is uploaded, let's get rolling, and I go back to jump in the game, and it's like, the contest is down for emergency maintenance. Now, if somebody could turn that into like a song, or, you know, get Dave on that, just like auto-tune it or something together, I think that could be absolutely delightful. I would assume there's something in the terms of service releasing them from the liability like that. I'm sure. If Apple was able to finagle their way out of any sort of liability, I'm sure that somewhere in the pages of terms and conditions we wound up signing off on, there's something that lays that back in our lap. I even do my 6-star blue clops from the gifted charts. Yeah, I remember. I saw that. You really should. You should take him into Alliance Quest. See how hard he hits with that massive Fury boost. The pity boost. The boost he only gets because he is Cyclops. Get out of here. Hype. Open 3 6-stars within 5 days. Pulled a Bass, which is Sig 40 right now. A Nihilist Sig 42. First time dupe on my server. That's nice. That's really nice. MCOC now stands for Most Curious of Combustion. Yeah, there you go. Trademark, patent pending. Just remember, it would not be an anniversary without maintenance. Amen. Take that to the bank. It would not be an anniversary without maintenance. It would not be a new patch day without maintenance. The fact that this game runs as smoothly as it does, for having as much maintenance and lag that it does, I think is amazing. That makes me wonder how it's all built on the back end, though. Because I mean, like, if they inherited this game, or the original bones of the game, right, from a different team, and they're just kind of trying to keep it all together, then you know, hats off to Kabam and everybody for making it still work. But at the same time, too, it probably could be optimized a little bit. Just a little bit. Understatement of the year right there. It could be optimized a little bit. Which four to rank up? Mephisto or Man-Thing? Both unawakened. Probably Mephisto, to be honest. Mephisto, when he's got the soul lock on at the start of the fight, that's immensely useful. You can place more by throwing a special one. That's very useful. He is poison immune, which is very helpful to having a mystic champion. And he can heal as well. So all those things, I would say probably Mephisto. Plus, he's honestly more fun to use, in my humble opinion. Did you watch the new Marvel trailers? What do I think? I did not see any of the trailers. However, I did see the different shows and properties teased across Marvel and Star Wars both. It was a very busy day for Disney. Very busy day. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Wow, Phoenix. You limp noodle. That's pathetic. Get off me, dude. Come on. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's like something like 10 Disney Plus shows across the 2 different universes in the next year and change. Which is good. Which is good. It makes a heck of a lot of financial sense for them to keep propping up the platform with new content that already has a huge following. So that's smart. It's smart business. So long as they keep the quality up for everything, I'm all for it. But it really is, like, everybody who's left has their own spin-off. You know, Scarlet Witch has her spin-off, Black Widow has her spin-off, Falcon has and Bucky have their spin-off. War Machine has his spin-off. Thor and Jane Foster have their spin-off. Loki's got his spin-off. Busy, busy, busy. All I know is that if next year winds up feeling like this year in terms of just like, hey, you blink and it's the next month already, it's gonna be insanely busy. The one thing I will say going into it though is that I hope there is enough adequate space for breathers in between each of the shows launching, where it doesn't feel like it's you got to tune into something every week for the entire year. You know, several times even if it overlaps. Because that was my, I suppose, biggest gripe leading into Infinity War. It's just that like Disney, Marvel wound up putting up 3-4 films in theaters a year, right, leading up to Infinity War. And I'm like, you know, three is probably as much as I'm willing to go for, because it's like, hey, you know, hey, it's 3 months, cool, now it's a movie. Hey, it's another 3 months, here's another movie. Here's another 3 months, here's another movie. It's like, I get it. It's cool, but bump the brakes a little bit, guys. You know what? I didn't even notice, but yeah, half you fixed your keyboard. Awesome, bud. I didn't even notice until PP was telling his joke. What's going on with the Peter Porker's bank offer? I saw it on Seaton's stream, and then maintenance happened, and it's gone. Is it? It is. It probably had broken. So basically, what it was is like, the more stuff you do in game, the more full the piggy bank gets. So like it's like, and apparently it's a thing that you could have bought with real money. I thought it was like, hey, cool, it's a freebie that just, you know, is in your inventory. No, it's something you have to pay for money. But it's like, hey, you do just a wee bit of content, cool. You get like 20 units for $5 and you get like a couple revives. Kudos to you. If you sit on it for a little bit and do a little bit more content, then it's like, hey, now it's up to 40 units for $5 plus a couple of health pots on top of that revive, leading up to like what, 80 units, something like that, for $5 for a number of different pots. And it's like, that's nice. That's nice. It's a really nice thought. It's a really nice idea. I like the concept. You know, you got to spruce the prize pool up a little bit, because I'm not excited at all about pots, but I like the idea that if you work, you can inspire and influence the loot that you wind up getting. Kind of like a prelude to a wish crystal that they were talking about. Just in terms of like, we're able to determine the outcome of what we wind up getting a little bit more. And the more choice, the merrier. Billy says, Alfred Molina confirmed to return for Spider-Man 3. Yes, as is Charlie Cox. Heck yes. Sign me up for that. Now, I'm assuming that it's still Netflix Daredevil timeline and not just, hey, you know, we're creating an alternate timeline and the Netflix timeline was one of the many parallel worlds or whatever. But either way, more Daredevil Charlie Cox action is always a plus. I swear, if they have Nick Cage make a cameo in Spider-Verse as Spidey Noir, I'd have a small, yeah, a small fit. Yeah, exactly. But it'd be really funny too to, if Spider Noir wound up meeting Ghost Rider. Be a little bit of face off. Out of all the trailers, I want to see Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, that one looked fun. I think for me, I'm most interested in either WandaVision or What If. WandaVision, just because I'm really curious to see how they start introducing multiverse, how they start introducing it as opposed to like how the comics introduced it. And then What If, just because I love What If stories. I love What If stories. And I have for a long time. There were a couple of like What If-esque Star Wars books, like What If, like in A New Hope, right? What if Luke missed, right? And then the Death Star is able to blow up Yavin 4. And it's like, hey, well, what happens to everybody then? You know, Luke survives, Leia does not. The rebellion is mostly crushed. What then, right? Or if would follow like what would happen if Luke had agreed and turned to the dark side at the end of Empire? How would that have played out? It's stuff like that, right? It's just interesting little thought experiments. I really enjoy that. So I'm hoping that's what that show winds up being. I know they have teased the bit with Peggy taking the super serum. And I think that's interesting. So we'll see. And then, yes, they did tease the Obi-Wan show with Hayden Christensen coming back to dress up as Darth Vader with the James Earl Jones voice. So I'm hoping it winds up being like mostly flashback stuff, you know, so he can actually act without, you know, being in the costume, so it's more just miming effectively, but we'll see. You know, it's interesting. I appreciate that it's going to be a TV show instead of a movie, because I had thought that they were talking about having Kenobi be a Star Wars story, just a standalone 2-hour movie, and if it's a show, they'll definitely be able to flesh that out a lot more, so very nice. Where are we at? Who's the villain in Falcon Winter Soldier? They're bringing back Zemo. They're bringing up Zemo, and Zemo is going to be more of a comic book flavor Zemo than a Winter Soldier Zemo, which I will give them the benefit of the doubt to let them explore and play with the show, and you know, maybe I'll be a convert, but offhand I'm not excited about that. Like, I know movie Zemo was not like comic Zemo, but he was still an interesting character in his own right, so it's like, sure, I'll accept this for MCU canon. Sure, why not? Time Twins stopping in and saying, Rob, you're going to be doing so much grinding. Yes. Yes, I am. Busy. See, I didn't plan on doing as much grinding as I'm going to wind up being, because I honestly thought we'd wind up getting more points for 1- and 2-star champions than we are. So I thought, it's like, oh, cool. Side arenas, awesome. Gonna just knock those out in half an hour and forget about it, right? But that is not the case. Not the case. So we'll see. If I do a little bit at a time, piecemeal here, piecemeal there, you know, knock it out bit by bit, and we'll see. But, you know, it would be nice to have that extra 5,000 6-star shards going into the featured 6 stars next week. Get to open up 13 of them, I think, which is pretty nuts. So I'm really looking forward to pulling a Punisher at 2099 13 times, which is an absolute nightmare situation. Dr. Jenga is stopping in saying a guy with a 6-star SpiderHam going for his 5-star. Yeah, I mean, it sounds, once you put it like that, yes, it sounds very silly. It sounds very, very silly. Only reason, though, I'm going for the 5-star still is that I can wake the 5-star up. And that's really the only difference. 6-star is probably still going to get ranked. 5-star is probably going to get ranked up to 5-star rank 4, but with him being awakened, then that should make him a good bit more useful too. So, yeah, it should work. Yeah, if Daredevil doesn't show up in the Spider-Man universe, even as a small cameo, there would be riots again. Yeah, I mean, especially... Okay, so here's my 2 cents, right? So you look at, like, the Rucka run with Daredevil, right? So, you know, Daredevil effectively plays out exactly how the Netflix show did, for those of you who saw the Netflix show. You know, Kingpin finds out Daredevil's identity. There's, you know, swapping of words. They trade fists, right? Kingpin goes to jail. Daredevil wins. Hey, that's awesome. But now Kingpin knows Daredevil's identity, right? So the comic follows as like, okay, well, now other people start hearing through the rumor mill that Kingpin knows. And then, you know, Daredevil's identity is outed to the world, right? So now Matt Murdock has to go and contend that, hey, I'm not Daredevil. So, you know, don't overturn all of my convictions and whatnot. And sort of like really doubles down on the dual identity bit. Effectively exactly what they wound up doing at the end of Far From Home, right? Where Spidey's identity is leaked to everybody, and now what, right? Point there being is that Spidey was a big presence in that story arc with Daredevil, kind of being like a, you know, a nice support for Matt, right? So if they can wind up doing the same thing but in reverse for the Spider-Man movie, I think that'd be pretty cool. Half saying, wait, you got a 6-star SpiderHam? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. There was a really nifty crystal opening a little bit earlier in the day, Half. I definitely do encourage you to check that out if you want to be absolutely floored and flabbergasted, just like I was. But yeah, this grind is a lot easier this evening than it would have been this morning. I'll say that much. Boink. Well, if they wound up doing Strucker, that'd be interesting. But didn't they kind of play Strucker out on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I don't remember the resolution to that character or that arc on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I do know that he made an appearance. Stop it. Stop it, Sentinel. No touchy. Punchy, punchy, punchy. Attacks, attacks, attacks. Do that. Also, since they finally split the rewards correctly for Cav and Uncollected for today's gifts, it was really, was it really that hard to do the same for everything else? Honestly, I got nothing to tell you. Got nothing to tell you. Although I will say that it is nice that they're starting to listen. So that gives me a little bit more confidence for some of the Christmas Day stuff that's going to be coming out, as well as the Christmas gift. That hopefully that's a bit more on par with proper progression, as opposed to just some arbitrary silly title that doesn't mean anything. You know? But we'll see. You know, Billy, that is exactly what I say. Folk shizzle for my nerdzizzle. Nerdizzle? There we go. That one. Rolls off the tip of my tongue. Well, that's what I'm thinking, PB. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm, for the same reason, the more I see of it, the more it's like, these guys are doing their own thing, aren't they? Only found out about the arena shards after I opened my 5-star crystal. which I saved and got the feature because my 5-star pulls were bad luck. Yeah. But it is here. And it's going to be around for the next week, I think, right? Next week. Which is nice. It's nice that we have a week to put up all of those ridiculous amount of rounds and points that we got to put up. Luckily, not a lot of misbehaving on Rob's stream. Yeah, outside of Rob himself. You guys in chat, you guys behave yourselves. It's that guy on the other end of the camera. He's a character. We gotta keep our eye on him. See if you can time me out on my own stream. Which would be really interesting. I love 5-star SpiderHam. His resources are easy. Yeah, and that's the thing I like about him too, is that he doesn't require like a completely intimate knowledge of his inner workings and every different like if this then that situation for his kit to really be able to play him. It's just like, nope, you can just punch dudes in the face and it does what you want, and it's amazing. Easy peasy. Jacob stopping in saying, "What's up? What's good, Jacob? How's it going, bud? Happy Thursday." Or happy Friday Eve. You know, glass half full, I suppose, right? We better get a 6-star Santa Claus for saving the gift. Yeah, right? Wouldn't that be something? I don't know. After all the shards today, I'd be surprised if they give even more shards on Christmas as opposed to a gem of some sort. Whether it's an awakening gem or like a rank up gem or a selector or something, I don't know. But either way, boink. Shouldn't be shabby. Because it seems like Thronebreaker is the new hotness. Do you think from the way things are going, from the trends that the gifting crystals we've based on title now? Yes. Yeah, because so far, I mean, everything else in game has been affected by it so far, you know? Everything else so far. And honestly, it kind of makes sense that way. It kind of makes sense that way to separate it by Thronebreaker. Because, like, look at the loot that Thronebreaker people have gotten relative to, like, Uncollected, right? And so if Uncollected gets the same level of loot that Thronebreakers get, then Uncollected players are going to be super ahead of the curve, getting some crazy good stuff that they wouldn't be able to get otherwise. And then, inversely, Thronebreaker people wouldn't be as excited for the crystals just because it's like, hey, you know, I've got so much of this loot already. I don't really need more of it just to go sit in my overflow stash, you know. So we'll see. We'll see. I do hope that they mix it up, but you know, obviously jury's still out. See, rank down tickets would be absolutely delightful. We have, I don't think we got those last year. I'm pretty sure we did not. So to get them this year, well, wouldn't that just be nice? Do you remember the Warner Bros. Stores? They're opening one back up in New York. Yeah, from when I was a kid. It's basically a Disney store, but with Warner Bros. Stuff. I was hoping by cracking his armor that he wouldn't reflect still, but lo and behold, here we are. If we got a rank down ticket to a tank down Domino, then take up Archangel, that is a smart play. Domino's not a bad champion, but she isn't as useful as any of those guys. especially in the modern meta. You know, Domino definitely had her place for Alliance War offense and defense, but there have been so many different counters to Domino within the last year and change where it's like, yeah, it's not. People know how to fight her now. She's still challenging, but not as challenging as she used to be. They're going to give everyone 144 champion Nexus Crystal. Yeah, just pick whoever you want in the game. Just take one of them. One of anybody. You know, Ross, I am excited to see Matrix when that comes out. I'm not holding my breath whether or not it's going to be good. I would very much like that it would be good. I love the first one, and I love the second one. And the third one I've completely stricken from memory. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully the 4 is that much needed breath of fresh air, right? In all seriousness, a single class Nexus Crystal for all would be good. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Or a generic Awakening. A Nexus or an Awakening. Or both. But, you know, either or. Boink. Cheers, all. Because what was it last year? Cavalier players wound up getting a 5-star generic Awakening, I think. Right? Cheers. Which is very good. Which is very, very good. I'm still sitting on mine, though. So that's not good. Not because I didn't have anybody to use it on. I had plenty of people. It's just that I'm so broken where it's like, yeah, I could use it on this person, but I might get, you know, so-and-so later on, and I want to save it for them. And then I finally do get so-and-so like 3-4 months later. And then it's like, oh, well, since then we've seen X, Y, and Z champions, and if I get one of those guys, that's who I would use it on. So, yeah, you know, you just wind up kicking it down the road and never using it, and that, unfortunately, is where I wound up. It's like, hey, I got this Awakening gem, and it can do a lot for me. I just am too scared to use it because I know how rare it is. It's like one of only 5 or so in the base game. Out of there. Winning by the skin of my chinny chin chin. Haven't played much today, tired out from the 7-1 and break from Alliance stuff. You take that break, dude. You take that break, you enjoy that break. There's gonna be so much stuff coming out later on, and besides, it's permanent content too. You know, for everybody else. No rush. Rush to get the loot if you want the loot, but crap. Man, I should not have rushed it on that one. I'm gonna do the numbers for the 5-star Arena Crystal. Is it something like what, 100 rounds? And is a 6-star 1,000 rounds or something like that? No, time to win. Assuming you're using maxed out 2 stars the entire way, and assuming that you win all 3 matches, it should be about 200 odd some rounds for the 6-star shards, which is a lot. Which is a lot, but not 1,000. But still a lot. Billy and G-Sync the same person? I feel like busting out a Maury and be like, you are not the same person. You are the person. And then Billy like runs around the chairs and does a backflip and a cartwheel. And why did they do a plain old blue frame for 6 stars, but 5 stars it's a really cool reddish flame frame? Well, see, that's the thing. They did the same for 6 stars. It's a blue flame instead of the red flame. But what they wound up doing to differentiate it, aside from the color, is giving the corners a little bit extra razzle dazzle. So for like the 5 stars, it's just like that, like flat black. And the 6 stars obviously have a little bit extra design to them, but come on. You know, for a split second, I thought I'd dex too soon. It's one of those things, you know. I fought Domino so many times, but I always get scared, just in case it's the time I mess up. Speaking of messing up, if she would love to throw a special attack, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Boink. You have an 8-star Beta Ray build to match your 13-star Galactus. Yeah, it was pretty cool getting Galactus. Wound up building him up like the Platinum Pool, you know, a la carte. Get a couple pieces here, get a couple pieces there. Throw in some stilts for good measure. There we go, Galactus. DIY Galactus. No, check it out. It's super subtle. I don't think there's a way I can bring it up. It's super subtle. Just because the contrast isn't as great between the white and the blue as it is with the orange. But yeah, no, 100%. It's definitely moving. And then obviously the razzle dazzle in the corners too. I also have a 7-star Peggy, don't sleep on her. Well, you found me out. That was exactly what I was planning on doing. I'm on 43 rounds and only at 700k for the 5-star. Ouch. You sure it's only 200 for the 6-star? According to Dragon, who I'm fairly confident of. But again, that's assuming that you only use maxed out 2 stars the entire run, and you don't lose anybody. But again, you know, take that with a grain of salt. That is what Dragon had claimed. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. Boink. But the biggest catch is just finding time to do it. Like, I'm assuming that most people who are going to do it are going to wind up doing it on Sunday. You know, when the mainline arenas are done, it's the Sunday arena. Who really cares? But we'll see. Dex that. Beautiful. My 2 stars are maxed out. Well, not max sig, And that's the thing. That's the thing. There are, I would hazard a guess and say that there are more exclusive 2-stars available now than actual 2-stars. Not even just hazard a guess. I would almost be willing to put money on it. Because they never freaking update the 2-star pool in the PHCs, ever. Never, never. Huh. Nice. Let's do that. Well, see, that's the thing, PP. That's why I'm running with it. Dragon's usually pretty good about that. Kudos to her. Yeah, all my 2-stars are maxed out. Oh, right. Not to brag with Karate Mike, but my She-Hulk just went up to 37 Fury. Ooh. That should be some pretty spicy damage there, half, right? She-Hulk is such a cool champion. And I never thought I would actually wind up saying that, but she is such a fun champion. Fun because she's useful. You know, coming out of left field with the buff, and a super useful one at that. Very happy to see that. Very happy to see. And Naruto run, perfect. I'll finish the 6-star arena throughout the week. I've opened my Colossus, so I won't be able to open another 6-star until I get the other half anyway. Why rush? That makes sense. That makes sense. It's so hard saving those crystals. Like some of the consumables, the pots, stuff like that, yeah, that's pretty easy to not open, not spin. You don't use it, it's not exciting, whatever. But once you're saving on a crystal opening, that's when the patience comes out in spades. Test your metal. What is a weathered cape? That is for a Mandalorian figure. A Black Series one. There is a guy who does a custom cloth for figures, right? Instead of like the factory standard plastic hard capes. So I had sent off an email seeing if they would, if there's still time to get one, because they're shutting down for the holidays, and yeah, I'll have to check out that email later. You should comment on his video and tell him to stop slacking. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sure that would go over well. Especially for the channel too, you know, building it up and trying to get like some solid word of mouth, some street cred. Go in and start slinging it. As a 4-star rank 3, she went all the way up to 30,000 on heavy. That's beastly. Beastly. Marm stopping in saying, yo, what's good, Marm? How's it going? Good to see you again. Hope the day has been alright since we talked last. Boink. Come on, dude. Thank you. I really like Man-Thing, but I'm chalking that up strictly to user error. But I really gotta figure out how to amplify his damage a little bit. Cash in on some of those postules and all that. Maybe throw a heavy attack every now and actually, you know, trigger pustules. But not today's project. Come on. That should do it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I've got a new incursion name for me and Iron Patriot. Uh-oh. Team, don't step on my blue suede Patriot. You know, PP, I think we can workshop that a little bit more. Definitely think we can workshop that, get it rolling off the tip of the tongue just a little bit easier. Like where you're coming from. Alright, so let's do that. And Bishop is the cutoff, so perfect. Yeah, Billy, I'm actually really excited about it. It's a new customizer, so it's like I just only recently discovered them like a few days ago. But it was really nice too because they sell, hey, crash number 1, hour 6, 3 minutes earlier than yesterday. But they also sell different kinds of the same cape, right? So you can get like the Mandalorian cape, but you could get the drape version, right? So if you're just gonna have them standing neutral, it looks really natural the way it drapes. Or if you want to be more dynamic, it also sells a wired cape as well. So it doesn't drape and hang as naturally as the other one does, but you know, you can actually like pose it and get like that windswept look. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm really really optimistic. Sorry guys, I breathed. Core did not like that. Should figure itself out. Hopefully. There we go. Iron Shoes is effective but boring. All we gotta do is we just gotta get the celebrity endorsement from Link, you know, from Ocarina of Time, right? Go visit the water temple. Didn't get my anniversary rewards for my free-to-play. Any ideas? Not a one. Because it was supposed to have gone out to everybody, right? Should have been gone out to everybody, regardless of however long you've been playing. So I don't know. Send out a ticket. Is Tiger neutralized like a stagger? Sort of. Sort of. The only difference though is that for stagger, the buff has to proc first, and then after it procs, then the stagger takes it away. As I understand neutralize, it prevents the buff from triggering in the first place. So you never wind up getting a buff activated on a person before it's taken away. That's the difference, I think. Can you show the cape when it comes? Absolutely, Billy. Absolutely. I'm always down for some show and tell with some of my figures. I named Karate Mike and Lags. Team sweep the Lags. That's actually really funny. Katie and the Brook, Facebook. PP, you're on fire, bud. You are absolutely on fire there. I am very delightfully impressed. Why did I get my title twice for the anniversary? It's a running glitch, running error. They keep sending out titles and badges to people for no reason. It's like, hey, we got it once. That's awesome. But now I have it twice. Some people have gotten it 6 times. I don't know. sure there's a glitch in there someplace for all that. Wonder if it has something to do with how many times you've like renamed your account. Like that'd be really dumb if it was, but I suppose it's possible. Like they just don't keep track of name change accounts. Alright. You know, for a second I thought I was playing a different character. I was like, hey, I'm Man-Thing again. No. Big monster dude, check. Green dude, check. Different green monster dude. This guy's actually wearing like boxer briefs. J-Rock and Simula are Simultron Prime. Good lord, I can't say it right. Just got a 6-star Uggo from a Cav. Not sure who Uggo is, but pulling a 6-star out of a Cav regardless is fantastic. Okay, so do I have any 6-stars up? No. So, Daredevil, Ven the Duck, and where's Guardian? Or Bishop. There we go. Okay, so do that and that and that and that and that. BG and Seaton are Team Ginger Banana. That just sounds naughty. I gotta check. I have not checked today yet to see if the MC Lounge website has updated with some of the round 1 postings yet. Because Iron Patriot and me are up against B. Daniels and Arob, but they didn't wind up running a seeding round, at least according to that site. So I'm not sure if that means that it's an automatic win for us because they didn't seed first, or if we get to keep a lookout for when they do their run and, you know, just go for it normally from there. But I'm very interested to see if we wind up making it to round 2. Fingerface, Uggo, I-Bomb, Barf Boy, goes by many names. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, 6-star I-Bomb. That's so good. That's so good. He's so delightfully cheesy and fun to play. Especially once you get him revved up and ramped up. Yeah, that damage output is nuts. Congrats to you, bud. Big congrats. Well, they are the 2 biggest symbols in MCOC. Oh, I'm not going to dispute you there. Not going to dispute you there. Not the 6s. Don't need the 6s. Let's throw skill champ up there, and then Bishop. Mags, I guess. So we're making a pretty good progress, coming up on 10 mil. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's a good little jump here so far. I'm stuck on 525. Any tips? Potentially. I'd have to take a look, but which path in 525 are you looking to try to do? Come on, dude. I'll get you KO'd before. Well, actually, I should be able to hit him, right? He's locked on? Nope. Guess not. Lockdown doesn't mean that I'm actually locked on. Terms and conditions may apply. That and that and that. You know what would be really nice, and why I don't know why they don't do it yet already anyway, is if you could activate some of your champions pre-fights in arena. Like, how much would it be fun to just like go in a blaze of glory with his torch every fight? Or like if you use a stealth Spidey and you want to activate the slow trigger, that you could just turn slow on and fight Jugs normally. Like, how nice would that be? And they don't, and I don't know why. But I don't know. Put that on the short list of wishful thinking. Wouldn't it be nice if bits for 2021? Nigel says, you're going to be popping some featured 6 stars next week? I am. I'm going to be opening up 12, possibly 13 of them. And I'm hoping to get at least one champion who is not Punisher 2099. Or Cable. I'd be okay with more SIGs on my Elsa. I'd be okay with more SIGs on my Ghost and my Wasp. But Cable doesn't do anything for me. Going for completion, any path in the node is Bane. Who are you using, Marm, right now already? But like, if I could get my hands on like a 6-star Vision or 6-star Ronin, can you imagine how wonderfully cheesy a 6-star Ronin could be at like Awakened Rank 2? That would actually be really exciting. Really silly, but really exciting at the same time. Boink. Alright, so that is 10 mil right there. I'm going to take a step back from Arena 4 right now. Go burn some quest energy. Just do something a little bit different. A little change of a pace. Do that. But throw up the next squad just so their cooldown timer starts taking off. Do that and that and that. So here's the plan. No new titles, that's awesome. going to get through the rest of this path, and then Marm, let's go check out that 525. Nick, Hype, Black Widow or White Widow, Surfer, and Aegon. All right, so you got a loaded squad there. So you definitely got the tools. You definitely got the tools. For 2021, they need to bump up the Sigstone count for dupes. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? 30 for 4 stars and 25 for 5. Yeah. And they need to introduce some sort of perk for having a dupe on a maxing 6-star. Not that I'm anywhere near that, but it's going to be more and more of a problem for other people going forward, I'm sure. Some of the biggest whales. Or, I mean, if you wind up throwing all of your different Sigstones at a champion just for prestige, then you don't wind up getting bit in the butt over it all the time. Ouch. Pro tip, don't let down your guard. Billy says, have a great night, Rob, and don't forget to like everyone. Rob, well, thanks, Billy. Thanks for hanging out, bud. It is always a pleasure. I do wish you well. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you kindly for the kind words. Whatever, honestly, for any of that, whatever winds up playing out for that is going to be wonderful, you know. It's always going to be cool getting to meet more people and getting to hang out and chat with new people too and old friends alike. But, you know, at the same time too, it's nice the way it is now because I actually get a chance to, you know, carry on prolonged conversations with all you guys too. Instead of getting lost in a sea of everybody else too. That is a slow freaking special attack. Alright, so that is that path done. Let's go check out 525. Book select. Book 1. 5, 2, 2, 5. Buff Daredevil. I'm assuming. So True Strike isn't bad. And to PP's point as well, a lot of the perk of playing around Bane comes from saving and hoarding your special attacks. So like once you wind up filling up a bar of power, right, keeping that in your back pocket for, you know, when the Bane timer is counting down and your 5-hit combo isn't going to be enough to tick over to trade the Bane back. Having that special in your pocket is really nice because then it's like, hey, 5-hit combo, I got another second and a half before I can switch it back. Well, then you throw your combo or your special attack, and you're covered well there. But so probably stay away from Spectre. Probably stay away from Arc Overload as well. So, otherwise, This path up here, I think, with the Agent Venom, I think is probably your best bet. Agent Venom, then over here to this Old Man Logan section. And then again, just making sure that you always have a special ready to go just in case you need it to push somebody past past that Bane countdown. Make life definitely a lot easier. Definitely a lot easier. If you haven't already. Let's get out of that. Keeps sending me over to book 2. I'm like, no, dude. I don't want to touch that. I haven't touched it. I don't want to look at it just in case something silly screwy happens. Aegon, especially once he gets ramped up, you know, he can go unblockable if he's almost 1,000 hits. Bane, I think, is either passive or it's locked in place. So I don't think Aegon can shrug it off, but that's a shame. Who do you think is the most useful power control guy in the game? The most useful, or the best, or the easiest to play, because that's different. And lag. Most useful might wind up being Dr. Doom, to be honest. Just because he's got so much going on with the rest of his kit that he does. Yeah, he does power control, but he also does a bunch of other stuff too. Easiest power control is probably OG Vision, because he gets the huge power drain, power burn on his special 2, right, and he's getting power left, right, and center, so that makes it a lot easier to get there. Excuse me. Vision, Age of Ultron would probably be a second choice for a similar reason. Yeah, and then Hawkeye's special 1 is still tried and true. Panda stopping in saying, hey there. Well, hey there, hi there, Panda. How's it going? Hope you're doing well here. Happy Friday Eve. Nice. Best of luck, Marm. Best of luck. Rank 3, 6 stars against 1 stars. Bit overkill. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But just you wait, there'd be somebody out there who, if I turned off auto fight, would eventually be able to take one of these guys down anyway. Somebody out there would. Managed to finally get a 515 down. We'll be stoked to get Chapter 1 explored. It's been tough for me. I feel ya. I feel ya. It's gonna get here. It's gonna get here sooner than later, and then once you're done, then it's done. You know, good riddance, right? So I just jumped over here to the daily quest just because I want to make sure that I actually wind up doing it. Because it's been around since 10 o'clock this morning, and I am just now barely getting to some of that. So, you know, I don't want to miss out on the free loot. Because I like me some free loot, dang it. Yeah. Such blatant overkill. Half says, Rob, make sure you don't forget your 2-star arena. I won't. I'm probably not going to get to that today. I might play around with it a little bit tomorrow. But for me, I got to be really careful with that because I want to make sure I don't get burned out from arena before the SpiderHam arena is done. Hey, title number 3, guys. Title number 3. Well, happy 6 years, guys. Happy 6 years. What an honor. What an honor. Like power locking or something? Still probably vision. Panda says, well, I gotta grind out the 6-star arena. Glad I could catch some of the stream. Panda, I'm glad too. It's always a pleasure getting to see you. Say howdy. Good luck with the 6-star arena. I really do wish you the best of luck with that. And take care. Just got 100 5-star shards in 20 minutes. Nice, Half. See, it adds up, right? It definitely adds up. I just feel like if I get uncollected rewards for events, will be better, so I can work on a 5-star roster. Really hoping to get a 5-star beastly team, but I'm new to the game and enjoy the 4 stars that I have just to play. That's a very good way of looking at it. Very, very good way of looking at it. Because it's like it's always nice having that little bit extra flair, that little bit extra razzle dazzle with with champions that have an extra star on them, right? But at the end of the day, too, your best bet for champions is probably not yours specifically, but like everybody's, mine, everyone's collectively, right? Best bet for champions are, you know, what we have currently, whether it's, you know, if you got a 4-star roster mainly, a 5-star roster mainly. Those are really still the best ones to get. They're still much more reliable. It's a lot easier to rank them up. It's a lot easier to put extra sig levels on them too. That's where it's at. Venom or Void for Act 5, both 4 stars. I can't go wrong with Void. Void, I mean, they're both really useful champions, but Void is just next level OP all around. Half, yeah, most valuable player. It's your best bet. Nigel asking, what do I think the pig cutoff will be? I'm going to say like 50 mil, 55 mil, something like that. Because it's significantly higher than what the average cutoff is for every other character, being like high 30s, low 40s. But it's still low enough where it wouldn't give like Space Ghost a run for the money for arena breaking. Because I don't think he's good enough. He's good. He's good. But that hype with Space Ghost was just next level. Absolute next level. Cheers, all. I do appreciate that all this side event doesn't take energy. You imagine what a bummer that would be this month, as if you had to burn energy for it. Ross thinking that Spider Pig's gonna go for 65 mil. It could. It could. That is a fair guess. A lot of people have pulled Pig from crystals already too. Yeah, between the early access, between the 2020 throwbacks, between the stuff and the regular crystals today, yeah, a lot of people have them. Plus, I also think that a lot of people are super busy with either the Act 7, Book 2 stuff, with any of the side arenas as well. So they're splitting the pot, I think, well enough to make the cutoff manageable enough. I guess. I don't really need a selector for ISO, but thank you, all the same. So that's one done. Jump over here. Start cheesing my way through this. I do say cheesing in the most loving, tender way. Because it's costing nothing but time. Time is important, don't get me wrong, but it's not like these are insanely difficult champs to fight either. Unless you're a bot. Half says SpiderHam, the pet that everyone wants. Yeah, exactly, right? Andy stopping in. What's up, Andy? Andy saying, pulled a 6-star Ultron as my 4th 6-star. Nice, got a robot. Got that dual immunities and a reliable heal, too. All that stuff is very useful. It's very useful. Come on. See that? How many 1-star champions are there? At 10? Something like that? Let's see if I can remember them off the top of my head. So we got Hulk, Wolverine, a 1-star, Spider-Man. Those are the biggest. But outside of that, I forget who some of the other ones are. Can you guys remember them off the top of your head? So, since they're sending out the title over and over and over, what happens if they accidentally send a 10k shards? Dude, don't even jinx it, man. They'll probably take the game down. Probably throw the same, like, copy-paste response from the last time where it's like, we don't want to punish people who just accidentally clicked it, but if you've been exploiting it, even though we are the ones that send it to you with, and there's no, you know, no real way to catch yourself or police yourself there. It's like, I don't know, you should kind of let those people keep those shards and kind of eat it. So, since they're... can you get the holiday gifts multiple times if you change titles? From the holiday store, you mean? I don't... Yeah, I mean, you might. Because it's different items that populate in the store, right? And then you get a bunch of stuff that's added, too, after the fact. So you might. But, I don't know. Dang it, I never get the good exploits. Don't worry, PP. Your time's a-coming. Your day will soon be here. I'm just saying, whose fault is it? The person sending out the gift or the person accepting the gift? I think if it winds up happening 3, 4, or 5 times, something like that, where you can establish a pattern and then be held accountable, okay, that makes sense. But like if you send it out twice and it's like, oh hey, the game sent me free shards again, that's nice of the game. I don't know, it might be different. Someone got a uncollected and cav free shards. Nice. Well, congrats to whoever that special somebody was. ISO. Thanks. Replay that. Let's do this again. Jump up there and do a little bit of homework here too at the same time. Kabam never makes mistakes. Only happy little accidents. Yes, definitely the Bob Ross of the free-to-play mobile world. That awesome. That is all good and set. Perfect time to start a mini and soak up all the free shards. Yeah, seriously, Andy. Especially since for the gifting events, that is not against TOS apparently. If I got the 10K, that's peculiar. If I got the 10K 6-star shards again, I'll click on that really fast. Yeah, you and me both. Just in case. I think I'm going to save my shards for the new feature. No matter what I get, it'll be a good dupe or a new character. Seriously, that's really not a bad idea. There really are very, very few non-ideal pulls out of there, right? Like, some of the misses for me that would still be really fun to get would be like Killmonger, for instance, right? Or Falcon would be great, because he'd be new for me. I mean, Red Goblin, even though he's featured, I still think it's kind of a miss. Same with I-Hulk. Rob, are you eating Crackle Pops cereal? Yeah, you know, I've got no idea what that is. Honestly, I've got no idea what that is. I'm at 115,000 5-star shards saved up if I don't get APOC and 6-star featured. That should about cover it. Hopefully. Hopefully. But that should about cover it. Ballpark. Well, Black Knight, nice thing though is that there's still plenty of time left to go for that new 6-star feature crystal. It's going to be around for like 90 days, something like that. Something crazy like that. So, I mean, if you wanted to start saving up now, it'll still be around by the time you get it fully formed. Corn Pops with Pop Rocks. Maybe. Or maybe my chair just needs a little bit of grease. One or the other. Get the boss down. Awesome. I swear, the phone and the cord just really doesn't like it when I move. So that's a nice little pace. One more path here, guys. One more path. Definitely do want to tell you guys as a reminder, too, to get this knocked out pretty quick. It's really easy. It's straightforward. It takes no energy. And it's just nothing but a bunch of freebies. So if you are in the market for extra gold, if you're in the market for ISO, class ISO, this is a very nice event. It's going to be going away about 12 hours exactly from right now. And replaced with either what Halls of Healing or the Gold Realm or whatever. But it'll be back a couple days after that. You know what might not be a bad idea? Especially since, you know, six-star Shard Arena coming up. Once the stream's over here, I'm probably gonna go ice my hands. I think that might be a very nice idea. Because that's a lot of button pushing. A lot of button pushing. Or maybe I'm just getting old. One or the other. Come on, dude. Get out of here. There we go. So many fights. So many dumb fights. You know, if only the side quest here could take a page out of the new Act 7 content and just like limit each path to like 6 champs that you gotta fight instead of throwing just this endless array of just bench warmers. Don't forget to moisturize. Words of wisdom, PP. Words of wisdom. Wonder if those compression gloves help at all with the grind. That might not be a bad idea. That might actually not be a bad idea at all. Because even if you... Like, there was a time when I was treating my phone like a regular console controller and just button mashing. That did not go very well. Because the screen of your phone is not built like a controller. So my hands were aching for months. But even if you do like even just a gentle light tap, it still adds up. Two more fights. Okay, so while this is busy doing its thing, come on back. Come on back. There we go. Let's do a couple of things. Let's do a couple of things. It is unfortunately about the time in the stream start wrapping it up just a little bit. I'm not even touching it. I'm not even touching it, and the game is unhappy. Good lord. But it is about time to start wrapping stuff up. So let's get a raid going. Rob on raid. We are going to go be saying howdy to OPMG. He's been doing some monthly EQ currently. Hey, what's up, Reaper? How's it going, bud? Good to see you. Glad to catch you here. And... well, while this last fight is playing out, I figure I can do a couple of the last-minute plugs, including the usual send-off, which is just me saying, honestly and truly, guys, I want to say a big thank you to everybody for hanging out here the last couple hours and for hanging out earlier in the morning. I've said it before, I will keep on saying it because it is absolutely true. Getting to chat with you guys is the highlight of doing the live streams here, so cheers, everybody. Thank you. I'll be back again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for round 3 of the 5-star featured SpiderHam grind. Going for a top 300. Want to get me that 5-star version as well, which is very cool. Hope to see you guys then. If not, be sure to like and subscribe because all that stuff helps me out immensely, helps build up the channel. I do appreciate that. Also by ringing that notification bell to stay on top of videos as they drop, because December is not even halfway through yet and we still have a boatload of content coming out. Which means there's going to be a boatload of content coming out for me, including some end-of-year retrospective stuff too in a week and change. So plenty of cool stuff coming down the pipes. Do stay on top of that. And thanks, everybody. But again, that is going to do me for tonight. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. But until next time, everybody, take care, talk soon, stay safe, and be well all. Bye for now.